Math students, this is our introduction video for our lesson on linear relationships. The first part of this is a review of what we've learned in past lessons. So for example, if we have the story, Davion saves $10 each week, being able to use that information to create an equation, table, and a graph. I encourage you, pause the video now and try this review question to make sure you're ready for what comes next. So when you do this problem, you can start with any part. I'm going to start with our table. If he's saving $10 each week, that means after 0 weeks, so before he starts saving, he has $0. After 1 week, he has $10. After 2 weeks, he has $20. 3 weeks, he has $30. I'm just multiplying the number of weeks by the $10 to figure out his total money. What I just said is also what that equation is going to look like. To find his total money, which we'll call y the total money, all I need to do is multiply 10 by how many weeks he saved, and I'll call x the number of weeks, and that's how I find this information here. He's saving $10 each week. We also learned that in order to create this equation, you can use your table or what we know about slope. If 10 is my slope, that means my line is going up 10 and over 1. And so on this graph, we're starting at $0 for 0 weeks. After 1 week, I'm going to go up to $10, 2 weeks, $20, 3 weeks, $30, and we get this straight line right here. This is what we've learned in past lessons. What I'm going to do is change the story just a little bit to look like the new stories and the new linear relationships we're going to be looking at in this lesson and the rest of the lessons in this unit. So for part 2, a new type of equation. I still have Davion saving $10 each week, but I've added some new information. He already has $30. We're going to do the same thing, and just like before, I'm going to start with my table. Because he already has $30, that's going to change the total money he has in this situation. Before we said at 0 weeks he had $0, but at 0 weeks before he starts saving his $10 each week, he already has some money. 0 weeks, he has $30 because of that information right there in green. After that, so after 1 week, what's happened? Well, he has that $30 and he's added $10 for the week to it. So after 1 week, he now has 30 plus 10, or $40. After 2 weeks, what happens? Well, another week passes, he saves another $10, so he's adding $10 to his total money. He has $50. What do you think week 3 and week 4 will be? Week 3, $60, week 4, $70, because he is adding $10 each week, again and again and again. The difference here in our table, and also in our equation and our graph, is this time we're starting with some money. When we go to write our equation, I'm going to use all the same information as before, so y is going to be our total money, x is going to be the number of weeks. And so similar to before, our total money, well, he's saving $10 each week, but we can't forget he already has some money. He is starting with the $30. Now you can write this equation, this is good. You could also have the 31st. He's starting with $30 and he adds $10 each week. Both of these are good. They both mean the same thing. So the difference in our equation compared to before is we've got this extra number, this constant. The final part is the graph. When we go to make our graph, before, every single graph I've given you so far always started at 0, 0, because 0, 0. Down here, though, at 0 weeks, he doesn't have $0, he has $30. So on my y-axis, I need to start at 30. After that, everything is still the same. He's saving $10 each week, so I want to go up $10 every 1 week. Up $10 after 1 week. Up $10 after another week. And notice all of these purple points match the information in our table. For example, this last one I just made is saying at 4 weeks, he has $70. The difference in these future lessons where you see that constant, so in this example that number 30, is it's going to change where we start our line on our y-axis. We are not going to start at 0, we're going to start at whatever that constant number is. Before we said 10 has a name, 10 is the slope. The name for that 30 right there, we call it your y-intercept. Y-intercept because it's the number where our line crosses or intercepts our y-axis. And so that's going to be the big difference we see in our equations in this lesson. So for example, if I give you the equation y equals 10 minus 3/2 x, in this equation, our slope, just like before, is the number in front of x, so that's the number -3/2. But then this new part, our y-intercept, and where we would start our line on our y-axis, would be the number 10. In today's lesson, we are going to look at more situations and graphs like these that have a y-intercept somewhere different than 0. You're ready for today's lesson. Thanks so much for watching.